Hey, how's everyone doing? And welcome back to another episode at Project O. Um, One of the tip videos that I was planning to work on um, has to do with two toning paints. When you have a car with two or three different color paints that has to be blended, if you don't have an airbrush, this is how I was taught many years ago by a neighbor friend. They used to do auto body, um, and this was kind of like a trick that he told me he did so he wouldn't have to, or not necessarily he wouldn't have to, but when he had customers that wouldn't want a whole panel painted, they just needed like spot painting. And he said this is what he started doing, and it blended really good. And he hardly ever had any type of marks once he sanded them down. And he said it always blended good for him as long as he had the matching paint. He said even if it was already sun bleached, he said it would blend in pretty good. But this was one of the tricks that he showed me then on a 1-1 car. I've used it before in doing camo and doing just different light blending, and it's worked for me. I thought I'd just put this quick video together. So for this test subject, let me turn my phone around. For this test subject, of course, the Days of Thunder Chevy Lumina. Everybody needs a little bit of cool trickle in their life. So for this particular application, I'll be using obviously the Days of Thunder kit, which is a Lumina. I have already prepped it. It's already been shot. It's actually been shot twice. Once with gray primer, and I just overcoated it with white primer. Took out some of the seams, some of the mold lines that I could find. So I've got TS16 that I'm using for the yellow in the middle, and then TS35, which is part green, that I'm using for the hood and the deck lid and trunk. And of course, the art on the box, on the front of the box, does not do it no justice, as that panel is the same as the one on the side. Is a whole lot closer to the part green. But anyways, this video is probably going to span over a few days. It is about to start raining here in Georgia, so I'm gonna, before it rains, for some odd reason, it always tends to get pretty dry. So the atmosphere outside is pretty dry, so I should be able to shoot the yellow on here for my first coat, and then I'll let it dry for a little bit, a day or two, and then I'll shoot the green. But I will show you the masking tip that my buddy out in California showed me. So I'll head on out to the paint booth, and I'll be right back. All right, so the yellow went on. It went on pretty smooth. Just a tiniest bit of trash up on the top, but that should sand out. It should not be an issue, and it should be covered by the number if anything else. But for the time being, we're going to let the yellow dry. Again, this is for those of us that do not have an airbrush and think that they cannot blend colors because they do not have an airbrush. Personally, myself, I do own various airbrushes, all the way from your Harbor Freight brand, which is I really don't know what the name is. It's like Ativa or something like that, all the way to Badgers and Crescendos, Pache. So I do own various airbrushes. In all in all honesty, I probably have an upwards of 10, 15 airbrushes. Um, and then again, if anybody out there is in need of equipment, is in need of a things of that nature, just drop me an email, guys, and I'll be more than happy to share. I'll let you borrow. I'll let you hold on to them for as long as you need. You know, just shoot me an email. I do not have a problem sharing my stuff. And then with that being said, look who showed up to the workbench. He shows up to detail paint his motor on his Crown Vic. He's it was shot black, and he's going back to detail paint some of the aluminum components of it. But anyways, this video is on blending colors without an airbrush, so stay tuned for a couple other parts. Well, good morning, and welcome to Project O, second part of blending in some paint without an airbrush. It is a nice sunny day outside, so I should be able to get this done relatively quick. So let me flip this around and show you guys the next process. All right, so here we have the Cold Trickle City Chevrolet, and when we look at the box art, you can see that the front quarter panel has kind of like a backward slash, and then the rear quarter panel has kind of like a forward slash. So when we look at the kit here, the front is going to come up somewhere around the corner right here and come on back this way, and then the rear comes off of the seat post there and kind of just blends right over the wheel well right there. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing taped up and show you what's going on. All right, so what we would come up with next here is the areas that actually I don't want to get any overspray on the main body. The only thing that I'm concerned about right now is just the areas to blend. The yellow got ran past those areas so that it can be blended. And to make the blend, although I have a hard line here, and you might be able to make a good blend with practice. You should be able to make a good blend, even if you just use the aerosol can and just kind of spray away. If you're to spray away from the blend from your line, you should be able to come out with an okay, but not as clean as an airbrush. However, if you do want to be on the safe side, this is the one trick that I was taught by my friend and neighbor back in the day, is where you want your blend to be. You just take you a piece of rolled tape, and without going into the into the hard area. Sometimes you do have to play with it a little bit so you can get it to kind of fade through, and you just want to leave your tape off, because that's what you're going to use, so that when you spray across it, you're not getting that hard line, but the aerosol is kind of misting your paint, and it's allowing it to come back to where you get that fade look. And if again, I use the blue, the Scots blue, you know, which I said is great when you're doing camel, because you don't have to be really precise. You don't have to cut nice sharp edges. You're just making a blend. So just like you go, just like that. this is what makes, well, for me, this is what makes modeling fun, and you can just play around with stuff. Um, it's not gonna work for everybody. Some people may say, well, shoot, I'll just take my chances and just use the can just use the can straight, and that's cool. And you like I said, you will get good results. That's without saying. You will get good results. This is just a little hack. This is just all it is. That's all it is. Just a tiny hack. Um, you know, if you're like me, if you're half blind like I am, and you don't want to deal with it, and then when you do spray, um, you want to angle your aerosol from this side spraying that way, and as you go across it, you go from the middle away, and you'll get good coverage, and you'll get that paint that rolls back under, and it gives you like a nice little fog, a nice little blend, to it. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this, and I'll be right back with it. All right, and we're back from the paint booth, guys. I apologize. I don't have any kind of harness or setup to where I can hold a camera, so that I can show you guys physically. But you got to trust me on this. It was shot with aerosol. It was shot using this roll tape technique. Everybody's familiar with the paint that I am using, the TS16 and the TS35. I'm not sponsored by anybody. It is a Tamiya TS for, Tamiya spray for plastics, and it is the TS35 dark green and the TS16 yellow. We'll let it set. We'll let it set for a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll unmask it. I got a nice generous coat. I don't think I have to go back over it, because once I unmask it, I did get good coverage on the whole kit. But I will come back, unmask it for you guys. We could take a look at it, see what it looks like, and then after that, just probably hit it with I don't know, maybe a 800, just to scuff it up a little bit, and then just TS13 a couple coats, get it all nice and blended, get it decaled, and get this back on the track for Cold Trickle to go bumpers with Roddy Burns. So just stay tuned. If you guys like what you're seeing, if you guys want some more hacks, I am full of hacks. Not that I'm a hacker, but I do have several hacks that kind of make things a little bit easier for me. Makes it easier for those of us who don't have the finances to be able to just run out to the store and purchase an airbrush. Let me know what you guys think. As a matter of fact, I just went over $250, and I do have a special prize that I'm going to put out for a giveaway, and that's probably going to include one of my airbrushes that I have in my arsenal, and give it away to a lucky winner, so that they can have this airbrush and they don't have to do the roll tape hack. So just come back, and I'm gonna let it dry. Just come back and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so we're back at the bench here in Mom's kitchen. Had a little time to go ahead and gas this out. So we'll go ahead and we'll unmask it and show you guys what it looks like. So obviously everything that was masked, is not going to get anything. But where we did have the curl tape, we should have a nice blend. All right, so starting to look pretty good. Um, hopefully I was able to mask everything off. We didn't get nothing under the tape. And we're just gonna go ahead and peel everything off. It's like doing a little bit of plastic surgery. And again, I really like using this this Scott's blue, just regular Home Depot, Lowe's brand tape. It doesn't stick, it doesn't peel the paint that you've already put down, as long as you've given it time to gas out. Now this video has been a sort of like a work in progress, guys, and gals. It has spanned, I believe, this is my fourth day of doing this. One tip that I do advise is that you guys wear a glove, that you guys don't forget your gloves. Very, very important. So as I'm taking off the tape here, and remember, this is done completely airbrush-less. No airbrush was used in the painting of this kit to achieve what we've got going on. What we're unmasking here. It was all done with tape, no fancy mirrors. Believe me when I tell you, I didn't step away, and a group of Hispanics came in, just like these home shows where you see the host start doing a tile job, and then all of a sudden they step away and they come back and it's done. You know, the Latin folks came in and laid the tile down for them. Not here. This was completely me. Okay, so now the tape is pulled back to reveal. I don't know if you guys can take a look at that. A nice, you know, crisp little blend. Like I said, I'll go back and sand it down a little bit, and we have a pretty good line that is not a hard line. It's a nice little blend going straight across the hood. On this side, the same thing. On the back side, it's not a sharp line. It does have a blend. It does flow, and all the way across. Now across the back, you do have a sharp line there. I didn't get the roll going up. But when you take a little bit of sandpaper and you sand it down, since the yellow did go underneath the green, the yellow should blend pretty good. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You know, once we get this all finished up, all decaled up, that line, that blend, just like you have a city decal that crosses across the back and it covers both, that'll kind of, the paint will kind of be in the backdrop, and you'll end up having a really jam up looking paint job with a blend. No airbrushes were used in this painting. Completely rattle can, guys. Completely rattle can. So once I get this sanded down, a couple coats of TS13 on this bad boy, and we'll continue working on the Days of Thunder cold trickle. Just like I said earlier, everybody needs a little bit of cold trickle in their life, right? Let me know what you guys think. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate all my subscribers. Can't believe Andrew and I are at 250 or 251 as of this morning. But I appreciate everybody's comments, everybody on this channel, on the streams. Everybody's very informative, very nice. This is one of my hacks that I've been using for a while when I don't want to take out the airbrush, or when I have rattle can paint that I want to use up and I don't want to hold on to it. But that's what it looks like. Let me know what you think.